Here's a little evolution of my holsters, starting from my first holster I made to my last holster I made. I mean, there's some in between, but those have been sold. But these are the ones I have on hand. But this is the very first holster I made, and going to the newest, just to kind of show you how the quality is getting better and how my craftsmanship is getting better, how I'm gaining experience, and it's just going from being the first, not all that great, and then it just gets a little bit better, 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 and a little bit better. This is my first holster I made. It is just really, really simple. You can see it's not the greatest quality. It's just, I just got a bunch of like scrap remnants leather from Hobby Lobby. And it just comes in a kind of a pretty big pack, and it just has a bunch of pieces of different sizes of leather. These are all used pieces of leather, and that's how I, made my first holster. And I just experimented, had a little fun, put a little Pinkie Pie Deadpool thing on it, a little design. So this is my first holster I made. Pretty simple, pretty basic, nothing fancy about it. You can see, and the stitching it's all right, but it's not like the greatest. And then it goes to like, this is my second holster I made. Kind of a taco style, different design. Still, the stitching is all right, but you can see it's just you can see how it's just, the leather isn't like the greatest, because this is just scrap pieces of leather, but it works, it's, and then, just still scrap pieces of leather, and just doing some experiments on it, seeing what works, what doesn't work. And one of the things that I've noticed from like scrap pieces of leather that I get at Hobby Lobby, that I can't like smooth out the edges. No matter what I do, I can't get the edges to be like smooth. Like, for example, when I get a really good quality, veg tan leather, not used, I can smooth out these edges, and where it's just really smooth. Can't do that with scrap leather for some reason. I'm not a leather expert. I don't know what the reasoning behind it is. Maybe because of the finish on it, or I don't know what it is. And slowly, doing more different types of styles, different types of designs. I think this is my first. No, it's one of my first thumb break holsters. So for once I made this one, this holster was actually a pretty popular one of my designs. I think I sold quite a few of these ones. And this one, it's adjustable, so you can wear it at a cant, or you can wear it up and down, depending on your preference. So you can see the stitching is getting more uniformed. It's getting a lot cleaner, a lot nicer. It's getting better, to where then, doing different types of just design, just experimenting. And this design I did to where you can adjust the cant that you want, so that way you can just doing some plain designs. And then it goes to my first. This is my first like cowboy style holster. As you can see what I'm talking about. These, like my first one, just rough edges, kind of rough edges. I just can't smooth it out, to where I get to the veg tan leather, to where it's not used, where I can smooth it out. I don't know if it's really focusing all that great, but the edges are nice and rounded, and it's smooth, and it's really soft. Not soft, but smooth, like glass. So this is my first, single action, cowboy style holster. And just slowly, getting better. Well, this was a Mexican loop holster, but I converted it into a cross-draw holster. And then going to another cowboy style holster. This one, for example, this is my first one. I didn't line it with anything, so it was just one layer of leather. So it's it's a lot more soft, a lot more flexible. To where this one is actually lined, and it's a lot thicker and more stiff. So goes in and out really great. So you can just see that the quality of the holsters are getting better. I'm slowly getting better. The stitching is getting a lot better. These ones were all a lock stitch using a sewing owl, to this one is now I'm starting doing saddle stitching. And this is my first and only left-handed one I did. And so I'm slowly getting, you can just see I'm just kind of just showing a lot of my different types of holsters, getting better. For instance, for 1911, kind of playing around with stamps. I'm not all that great with stamping yet, but the holsters are getting a lot better. They're better quality. This holster I made for a one of those Star 1911 9mm pistols, and did this different design where I have stitch right here, for the sight channel, and I have it double stitched, all nice, even, and uniform, so it looks great, really clean. You can see that, well, when I'm finished, I put Nice-Wood oil, then I put a acrylic sheen on it to make it, to protect the leather, and to give it this nice, healthy shine to it. To me, I think it looks great. And with like this one, I have it so you put your belt loop right here, and the belt goes through here. So the gun is just going to be at a slight angle. But just a little tiny holster, for a 9mm 1911. But the quality, I mean, not to brag, but I think the quality is getting better. I am slowly getting better. Smooth edges, and just trying to do different designs. So, I mean, as you can tell, I mean, from this to this, you can tell a big difference. From my earlier days, I think this is my second holster I made. It is just not the prettiest. It is just really like rugged. It's just kind of, I don't want to say sloppy, but it's just not professionally made. This is not the greatest quality. I'm almost embarrassed to show it, but being from my earlier days to now, you can see a big difference. I mean, just a night and day difference. To where I don't know if you guys can hear it, but I like when I put this gun in, it kind of how it just sits in there perfectly. There's like this little like snap to it when I push it in. You probably can't hear it, but I feel like it has how it just snaps right in place. Goes from really good, high quality, just sturdy leather. Even without the thumb brake, how you see it's not snap, the retention is amazing. It's not like so hard to pull it out. I mean, it goes out and in really easy. Like this holster, for example, just doing some more like designs, different experiments, you know, like here. I have these stitches right here, mostly just for looks, kind of just to accent the sight channel. So it just gives it a more of a character, more look to it, and how the stitching is getting, better. The quality of the holster is getting better. And so this is my newest holster right here. This one I just completed just a few days ago. So just to show you real quick a comparison of my first holster. Yes, I did put a little design on it that I etched in there and I painted. As you can see, this is just two scrap pieces of leather cut and sewn together. That's it. Hand stitched. This is hand stitched. All my holsters are hand stitched. I don't have any cool fancy leather sewing machines, and you can tell night and day the difference. This one has just better leather, better quality. The stitching is just better. It's just more even and uniformed. This one I kind of experimented on, so I can like put it on the belt, take it off the belt easy, instead of having to take your belt off and run it through a belt loop, like all these other ones where you have to take your belt off and run it through the holster. This one I made snaps, so you don't have to take your belt off, that you can put this holster on while wearing a belt, and you can take it off while wearing your belt. And I have two snaps on it, just so that makes the snap doesn't come undone when you're holstering or pulling your gun out. And so these new holsters has my little logo on it, my Vickers Leatherworks on it, and the snaps is how it's rested inside the leather, so it's flush, so that way when I put the gun in, the snap is not going to touch the finish of my gun. So this is my newest holster, my first holster. Big difference. So I think that I'm slowly getting better. Better quality and more experience does make all the difference. And how just the edges are all smooth and just not jagged like the other ones are, like my older ones. Just better quality all around. So what do you guys think? Do you think I'm getting there? You think I'm doing a lot better with my holsters? I'm having fun doing it. I mean, it's a lot of work because these are all handmade, hand stitched. Everything is done with these two hands, and I mean, I have fun doing them, but they can be a lot of work, especially with my MS. So like today, I'm having a great day, so I'm not stuttering like in my other video. So yeah, leave me a comment. Let me know what you think of these holsters. Again, I am not a professional holster maker yet. I'm getting there and just having a lot of fun with it. So thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you think of my holsters or ideas you think that would look good on a holster. So I guess I will see you guys next time, and thanks for watching.